Did you know that some of your mistakes in the past could be God's way of creating some giant miracles in your life? Now, there's a story taken out of the book of Joshua, chapter 9, that tells you that this concept is real. And we know that what happened was the Hivites, the Gibeonites, came to Joshua and the elders after they had conquered Jericho and Ai in the land of promise and signed a treaty with them. The Bible says, though, that the elders of Israel did not inquire of the Lord before signing this treaty. So they were deceived and they thought these Gibeonites were in from a far country, but they weren't. And so what happened, there was a king that banded with other kings because of this alliance, because they were alarmed, and they went after the Gibeonites to fight them to ensure that they weren't going to be in existence. But lo and behold, they have new allies in the Israelites. And so the Israelites came, Joshua felt obligated to fight for their new partners. And so in the course of this battle, the course of this hard-fought battle, the Bible said there were hailstorms coming down from heaven and other things happening, and Joshua needed a miracle because daylight was slipping through his fingers and he wanted to have it sustained so they can finish up this battle. And that's when he spoke to the sun and said, "Sun, stand still over Gibeon, and the moon over the valley of Ajalon." And the Bible says over a 24-hour period, the sun did stand still, and so he was able to complete the battle successfully. And it was the first and only time in which we hear that God listened to the voice of man. Now, why is this miracle significant? When you flip over to the very next chapter, which is Joshua chapter 11, the Bible now records that except for the Hivites, the Gibeonites, there was no other kings that actually signed a treaty with the Israelites. But guess what? It was the Lord who had hardened the hearts of these kings so that he would exterminate them from the face of the planet as he had promised his servant Moses. So it was God who was intentional, and he was the one necessarily who had orchestrated this whole entire mistake in the first place, and a miracle as a result of that. So in your personal life, sometimes some of the mistakes that you may have made, be it marital, be it relational, be it financial, be it even with your children, there's so many things that you may have done that crushed your self-esteem, crushed your trust in the Lord, and every other thing. But God is in the process, or could be in the process, of turning some of those things around for his own good. Remember, all things do work together for good to them that love the Lord and are the called according to his good purpose. So cheer up, hold on to God. God's purpose will eventually come to pass in your life.